Yep,
Yeah, go live on the fucking belch, Mitch. Nice one.
Oh, I went live well before that.
Oh,
You're fine.
great.
To be honest, we've gone live on worse.
I mean, look at my Star Wars stream last night. That was like the worst fucking stream ever.
I will be right back. At my computer.
Mitch, I see you looking away.
Look,
You know the debauchery we committed last night.
look. There should have been health and safety regulations against what we did last night.
There was there were complete OSHA violations with that live stream last night.
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised.
That live stream should have been on RedTube.
God damn.
Fucking hell.
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
Oh no, now I found a sound that's
What did Mitch do now? He sinned last night. That's what he did.
You are not innocent.
I haven't been innocent for the past 28 hours.
No.
Wait, 32 hours. I don't know the concept of time.
I come back to I'm not innocent. The fuck have I been missing?
Oh my, how the tables have turned, Nate.
Sinful debauchery. Sinful
listen.
debauchery.
It's absolutely fine how the turns of table page. However,
turns
Oh, the tables have trouble.
however, throughout tonight's session, you're guaranteed to do the same damn thing. So be
know.
careful, because I'm gonna call you out each time, motherfucker.
Do it, bitch! I'm only with you guys for a few more sessions. Fucking do it!
No, why?
But good news is, if every now and then, if the Star Wars group has to take a break, I may or may not pop in just to give y'all hell. Mitch gave me permission to do so.
Yep, you are welcome anytime, my dear. Anytime.
Yeah, you just
That'd
have
be
to, you just have
awesome.
to
That
let
would
me
be
know when
awesome.
they. You just have to let me know when they level up, so I can always be one level higher than them.
Rude.
Alright, I'm gonna shut up real quick.
Thank you for the host, Kay. Right, quick announcements. So, I have no further announcements. Other than the fact that I finally have my Twitch dashboard again. So, I haven't gotten up to uploading. I'm going to do that tomorrow because procrastination is a bitch. But I'm setting tomorrow for uploading a fuckload of shit, as well as making a recap video because I lost 3 episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
I lost them to the void that is the Twitch. But, yeah, so we should be getting that tomorrow. I'm uploading everything at once. I don't care what my internet says. It will be done. Other than that, I have no further announcements on my end. Sarah. Your Society 6 and Redbubble, any updates?
Yes, actually, quite a few. I have started to knuckle down and go through all my photos, which means I can show you all things like
Took you damn long enough.
Wait for it. There. Ooh.
Can you guys
Pretty.
see it?
Yeah, it's pretty.
And then Sarah goes, "You think it's a bird?"
So I got
Okay,
lots of them now. These
I
are
love-
the latest 8, and then here are more that I have added. All of this is within the last couple months, really. And currently their sale is at the top. It says they're 30% off of apparel, bags, office tech, yoga towels, water bottles, and travel mugs.
I love how the hunger one is secretly the help meme.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in on that, I promise you, because those who have been my friend for a while, which is all of you, unfortunately for you, remember that I have memed that one, and we have this.
Help.
Help.
Hip. Hip.
Help.
It's just
Help.
poor fish.
This fish just be there like, "Yep."
Hit me.
Help.
Hip.
Help. 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 Help.
Perfect.
Help.
And then as I'm going back to my old
Help.
background, I feel like for just a moment I need to incite fear in Mitch for just a second.
Why?
Because you're going to be torturing us for the rest of the session.
Because I can.
To be fair, with what I have planned, I kind of deserve it.
Exactly, bitch. Go ahead, sir.
just be warned. It's always there. It is always ready and waiting.
Oh my. There's a kinky aspect behind that. I just can't think of it right now.
There is none. It's just nightmare fuel.
Honestly, this kind of sums up just this area. Anyone who is from or near Philly, this happens. One of my coworkers was showing me his awesome makeup that he had done because he's trying to get back into doing that. And he's like, "Look, it's awesome. It's gold and purple." And I was like, and I love that Gritty is somehow directly behind you, creeping like a motherfucker. Oh no! And he's like, "Yeah." He had a plush of Gritty that was just perfectly angled, so it was very disturbing. Those are my announcements. That's what I got.
Paige, any announcements for you?
Be gay, do crimes. Most likely no Fandelver this Sunday because one of my players is going on a datey date.
Oh.
Yeah, AJ's going on a date. He told me the other day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, ew, yeah, gross, romance. I
Ew,
did.
love and affection.
I honestly felt like telling him, hey, bring her to D&D night. What better way to have
Do you want him to
There
scare
will be
her?
no strangers in my house, Paige.
Do you want him to scare her away? That's the worst
There
thing
will
you
be
possibly
no
do.
strangers in my house.
No, either I'm gonna scare her away or I'm gonna steal her from him.
Oh.
So one of two ways.
You also expect her to get through the door in the first place.
This true. This
Yeah.
true. She tries to welcome herself in, just Chris waiting by the door like, where the fuck do you think you're going?
This is new news to some people, but for the rest of the people in this chat, I don't like strangers in my house.
It's like, hi, I don't give a fuck who you are. I've never met you before in my life. Fuck off.
About face
Chris.
and walk.
Chris
AJ,
kind of like coined the phrase "stranger danger."
AJ tries
More
to
like
sneak her in,
stranger
and Chris
murder.
just appears like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna have Fandelver this Sunday, unfortunately. I'm trying to catch up on my uploads for YouTube. I need to actually do a small edit for episode 61 of GKC because y'all remember my internet ate shit towards the end of that episode.
Ah, yeah.
So I have to do the oops, we had technical difficulties before proceeding to the next half of the stream.
Yeah.
But I think when we're done streaming tonight, I'm gonna work on that and get it uploaded for tomorrow. No updates on the Star Wars stream yet. It's just gonna be sometime next July that we're gonna start streaming that. But all of us have been working on our characters, and Emmy has already been drafting up a first session for us. But when we have more news on that, I will let you all know. But that's it for my announcements. Just be gay, do crimes.
Be all the gay, do all the crimes, and it is still June, so happy Pride Month to all. Bar a few, there are, everyone here is a member of the Alphabet Mafia, and we would like to say that we love you, we support you, we're here for you, and you're valid, so be all the gay. Be all the
We
gay.
will let the heterosexuals have their freedom back on July 1st.
No.
Maybe.
Be gay, do crimes all
They've
year.
been on thin fucking ice as of recently, so it's in the talks with the council right now.
And Nate's one of the good ones.
We're gonna start boarding here soon, so I'm gonna let you guys go. But I love you guys, and I will see you.
I love you too,
Bye-bye.
baby.
So by the end of this
How-
session, I'll be in San Francisco. So
Yay!
How
yay!
dare you abandon Rin? How dare you?
So,
That's okay. You can do whatever you want. It's fine with me.
Jesus.
So
If
for
that's
all-
not an
for all
open
people-
invite, I don't know what is.
Right? Like, you have a T-pose character. Oh, oof.
For all
So
people of Alphabet Mafia, I have
Alright.
a 50% discount for murders. You're all welcome.
Egret, take care of Onyx for me, okay?
I will look after Onyx.
Alright, I love you guys. I'll see you later.
love you too, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
I did not look after my bisexual sword sticker very well, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Protective cover came off, but that's fine because I have a bi-pride plague doctor that's gonna replace it. I've been waiting to put this on shit.
So, that was my last announcement. We will not have a rune today because Brian is going home back to San Francisco from a lovely holiday. And with that, let us get right into the trauma. What were you going to say, dude?
Next Thursday, I'm not going to be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going up to Hannah's on the Friday, but me and Levi are meeting Squish on Thursday at 2 a.m. So I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be with Levi in another town. So.
Okay, dude. No worries. All right. And with that, recap of last session. It was best way I could describe it is a fairly chill session. The party said their goodbyes to the people of Yggdrasil, and they made their way back to Midgard fairly easily. Found a small deserted campsite on the hills of which Jormungandr's hole was found. No traces of any people, not for a good few hours, or a good few days. But they decided to leave it as they found nothing and head back to Midgard. Arriving in Solskjaer proper, Lethe went to speak to the coward, and some apologies were made, as well as a mysterious new arrival into the leishman of the coward, as well as just some general chit chat and sort of downtime RP was made. So with that, you all sleep fully. No dreams, no visions. You all sleep normally, and you all wake. Or, at least, who is likely to be the first one awake? I know Bruno kind of tends to wake up early. Amaris and Igor will be up because trouncing.
Yeah, bitch.
Well, with recent events, Rin will be up early as well.
Okie dokie. Rin, as you head downstairs, the tavern owner, Torin, sees you. Rin, I have a surprise for you, my lad.
Okay.
He takes out a small box and hands it over to you.
I open the box.
Inside, you find, wrapped in parchment, the very familiar scent of chocolate.
You just see like Rin's eyes, like anime eyes with the sparkles. How many are in there?
Basically 2.5 cappy chocolate bars worth, like the big ones.
Okie dokes. I'll go and sit down and wait for everyone to come in and come down.
Okie dokie. Do you all have your usual breakfast? Egret, when would you be arriving at this juncture? Like,
I think she would arrive she's kind of tried to guesstimate around what time everyone wakes up in the morning, so she'll always arrive a few minutes after like the first person walks down into the tavern.
Okay, so you see at your usual table Bruno, Rin, and Amaris. Lethe, are you staying in your room for the time being?
When I first wake up, I spend time to write a return letter
Mm-hmm. Okay.
before heading downstairs.
Alrighty.
And when I head downstairs, I stop with the bartender and make sure I get a black coffee with a hint of cinnamon in it,
Okie dokie.
as well as my usual drinks.
Yes. With that, yeah, Egret, when you arrive, you do find Bruno and Rin.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Egret, come here.
What,
Come sit,
what
come
i-
sit.
What is it?
I'll snap a chunk of chocolate off and give it to her and be like, try this. It's the best thing you will ever taste. It's better than coffee.
Bruno looks concerned, like,
Is it as dangerous as coffee?
No. It's not. I promise you.
I'm gonna sniff it.
It smells sweet with a very faint bit of bitterness.
Take a bite.
It's just milk chocolate, but it's very smooth. It's quite sweet. The cocoa bitterness is just there, just slightly, but overall very nice.
What is this?
It's chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yes.
She pauses for a moment before devouring the rest of the chocolate that she has. Like her brain needed a reboot for a moment.
I give her.
loading.
I'll
Loading,
give her
loading,
another
loading,
piece, but like I'll distribute it when everyone's around as well.
Yeah, Bruno kind of like holds up his hand as she gets into the piece. I go easy on that.
She's already halfway through the next piece as soon as you talk. I'm sorry, what?
As tasty as it is, it also has an effect where it makes you less hungry. So eating it first thing in the morning may make you want to skip breakfast.
Isn't that a good thing if it fills me up?
Yeah, Bruno, don't be such a stick in the mud and just eat your chunk of chocolate.
What Rin said. And she's gonna continue eating her chocolate.
He'll like make sure it's wrapped and he'll tuck his away from now. He's still eating like a pile of meat and rice, just like
Amaris, would you say in your travels you've tried chocolate?
Technically, I would presume she has, given the fact of like everywhere she's traveled.
Yeah. Okay then. So you're very familiar with chocolate. Lethe, as you come down, you smell a very familiar but a scent that you haven't smelled in quite a while, actually.
I'm curious.
Well, as you get down to the lower level, you see that the source of the scent is what Rin is passing around. A very nice medium milk bar of chocolate.
I'll still grab those my wine, my coffee, and then the extra coffee with a little bit of cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
And bring them over to the table and be like, "Well, someone has quite a treat here."
Would you like some?
Oh,
I'm not going to
Miss
take
Rose.
no for an answer.
Well, if you insist, I won't say no.
I do insist. I give Lethe a chunk.
I put the coffee with a little bit of cinnamon in front of Egret because I remember she liked it black better, but cinnamon she might like.
How big of a tankard do you give?
It's nothing
God.
huge. It's nothing very, very big. It's like your average coffee mug.
That devil bean juice.
Torin, do you have any milk or cream for this coffee that Leafy has put in front of Egret?
Aye, of course.
She's just staring at the mug. How so great, but be so painful.
Could I get some milk?
Yeah, he goes to the bank, brings out like a small jug of milk, kind of enough to pass around, at least.
Egret, pour a little bit of this milk into your coffee. Not a lot. Just pour a little bit in, and it won't be as intense. I promise you. It'll be a little bit more mild.
I also added a little extra flavor to it. But as long as you don't drink as much as you had last time, you should be alright.
Yeah.
Mars is just gonna watch this happen.
Stir, stir, stir with a spoon. Because you've seen other people do it. Why is it spicy?
It's not
I'm sorry,
spice,
I had to.
It's not spice, my
Why
dear.
it's spicy.
Cinnamon. You can make it even better by adding a little bit of that chocolate in there.
Oh, absolutely.
She'll take a piece of the chocolate bar that she has and she'll drop it in. Stir it around so it melts a little. That's better. She will slowly drink her coffee and eat her chocolate.
Okay.
Keep learning.
Very fucking slowly, but she's learning.
There he is.
There he is.
Sorry, there was an emergency of fucking not letting my dog out all day, so I had to give her a little bit of stimulation before putting her back in her cage.
Bragg,
Hmm.
you make your way downstairs, and at the regular table is everyone with with a unfamiliar scent lingering around the table.
I apologize. I'm gonna need you to say that one more time because my mother called. So.
So you come to your usual table, and there was an unfamiliar scent lingering around the table that everyone seems to be ingesting and having fun ingesting.
Unfamiliar. Is he the only one that's like smelling this right now, or?
Oh no, the scent is near enough filling the entire bar.
But everyone is eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Bragg.
Mars hasn't eaten it yet, technically. She hasn't sat down at the table yet.
Okay.
Ren will just be like, Bragg.
Uh.
Have you ever tried chocolate before?
Nah, didn't think I've ever had chocolate before. Right?
You want to try some?
You wouldn't have known. This is definitely a new thing to you.
Is it?
I would say so. I don't feel Bragg is one to go into sweet stuff. But you're free to correct me if you're wrong. I just have a sneaky suspicion he wouldn't go for sweet stuff. Apart from sweet alcohol.
I guess just with the weird smell alone, Bragg is very like he smells something odd and he's not gonna try it unless it's alcohol. So he's just there like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna have any. It's fine.
Like,
Party pooper.
it's not an unpleasant smell. It's just really fucking unfamiliar.
I stated my statement then. Just, no.
Alrighty.
Not liquid, not in a bottle. You ain't trusting it.
As you're all gathered around your table, Onyx comes down from the room alone with a letter in his mouth and passes it over to Rin.
Oh, hello, buddy. Just for me? I'll take the letter. I'll call Onyx up onto my lap while I read it as well.
Like there was a moment where like the initial weight on your lap, you kind of go, okay, yep, no, yep, you're still a big cat. But as he kind of like does that twirl thing the cats do, like with the weight distributed, it's fine. It's just that initial pounce. It's like, oh, yep, okay. It's a letter to you from Rune.
Open it.
It simply states, decided to take it today to go back to my farm to see my family, just to check up on them. Do regale me of what happens while I'm away, but I've left Onyx with you and Egret. Do take care of him, and make sure to take him out on a run at the end of the day.
Me run. Okay. I'll say to Egret that. Well, I'll say to everyone that obviously what you just said, and then I'll say to Egret, looks like me and you are going to be looking after Onyx today. Is that okay?
It's fine. I'm better around animals than I am with other people, so this should be a piece of cake. Or so
Okey
that's the
dokes.
phrase I've heard that it is. I don't know.
She's using
Ew.
phrases. I'm so proud.
Shut
just
up,
look at
God!
Shut up, Odin.
I'll just look at her and be like, "You've spent too much time around Lacey."
I really did. She tried to educate me on what a third wheel is the other day.
At that point,
Ah.
Brad kind of like tunes in and is like, "You need what, Nate?" And just immediately looks to Lethe if Lethe's there.
Apparently people can be wheels, even though that should physically be impossible, but not in the way most people think wheels are.
Rin will look at Lacey and be like, "Is that about me and Rune the other day going out?"
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Egret's gonna lean to Ren. I think it was about you two.
Brad, I'm guessing we're like a hotel kind of situation, right?
We're in the
You're in the tavern that you stay in.
In the tavern. All right, perfect. Bragg just kind of looks to the guy behind the counter. "I'm gonna need a double ale, please. Too early for the shit."
As soon as you say that, 2 L's right in front of you.
Bragg just fucking flips like 5 gold coins to him. Is like, "Just keep them coming."
Rin will speed to Egret like, "Sorry we left you with her. Love you, Lacey."
It's alright, I've been in worse situations than that.
Just down whatever juice is in front of me.
Just slowly sip my coffee.
Right. As you guys are enjoying your breakfast, your chocolate, your coffees, and your assorted beverages and breakfast materials. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay. The midway through breakfast, the jovial morning is interrupted with the sound of armor-clad footsteps in the hundreds marching through Soulshire.
"Wanna run me by that again, partner? What kind of fuckery is this?"
Breakfast is ruined by the stimp-stomping sound of armor-clad footsteps marching through Soulshire.
Are they coming towards us?
Good woman.
They seem to be amassing in your general direction, but not towards.
Does the clanging of the armor and the footsteps sound familiar to Egret?
Roll me a history check.
I should be
am I-
old
now am I?
enough.
If anyone would like to roll a history check, you're free to do so.
So I got a question for you. Does Bragg know the sound of this clanging metal?
Roll me a history check.
Oh my fucking god.
And even with Bragg as a blacksmith, he wouldn't recognize the sound of this metal?
No, well, that's a natural 1 plus 1 is 2.
That is a 19 from Bruno.
Oh, fuck you, Bruno.
Star.
Natural 20 from Rin.
Oh, fuck you, Rin.
It's okay, the
We
blacksmith
broke
kicked in, it was a
chocolate
natural 20.
together. We broke chocolate together. I told you that's my trauma of being talked about with what third wheels are, and this is how you betray me.
So,
I could have been worse, darling. I could have explained the Eiffel Tower.
What the
Oh.
fuck is an Eiffel Tower?
No,
I
no,
live
no,
in
no, no.
Bragg
Midgard.
immediately walks over and just puts his hands over Egret's ears and is just there you out of your fucking mind?
so,
To be
Um,
out of character, it was too perfect to pass without using the voice. No.
Bruno has a spoonful of rice. If he brings it to his mouth, he hears the armor. Oh, that can't be good.
Lethe, did you roll a history check?
I did. I got a 15.
Okay. All except Egret passed.
Fuck you.
Fuck your dice!
Okay, I didn't mean to touch my camera, but that was perfect timing.
Fuck you.
All of you know this sound. Well, all that passed know this sound. It is the very familiar sound of the plate armor worn by Asgardians.
And of course I don't fucking recognize it. What the fuck?
Well, usually when you were fighting them, you were up in a tree.
I would recognize their sound.
I'll pull my hood up.
Okay, no, you know what? This is fair. Roll again. We'll consider this an advantage roll.
Consider my fucking luck. I'm gonna roll another. I rolled another goddamn natural 1.
Oh, she did as well.
What are we rolling for?
So,
there'll be footsteps a thumping.
So there was a mass sound of armor-clad footsteps marching through Soulshire that is just emanating through the doors of the tavern that all of you can hear. And I asked people if they want to roll a history check to see if they recognize the sound. They are free to do so.
Gotcha.
So if you'd like to roll a history check as well, even though I probably know it's...
Do you want me to roll, or do you want to just say I'll know what it is?
Just roll. Just humor me. Just roll.
I feel like that's what most of this roll
Just humor.
is now. It's just for humor.
Just humor me. Just humor the DM for me.
25.
Yeah, you, Amaris, you recognize that this is the armor-clad footsteps of Asgardian bastions.
Okay, well that's going on. Amaris is also getting her breakfast and stuff and heading towards the table at this point in time, by the way.
Okay.
I had walked away before technically Amaris did anything for the morning, so...
No, that's fair enough. But I assumed that you would be having your breakfast with everyone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, all of you hear the sound. All of you except Egret, unfortunately, because of shitty dice rolls. You all know what the sound is. But it is more than you've heard either ever or in a while. It is Asgardian bastions amassing in the hundreds.
See pause for anyone else.
Bragg is he's downing second
Down
mug,
before.
and then just looks to the tavern guy and just shakes both mugs gonna need more.
Bruno can deliver. Once you deliver those, I go downstairs. Why is it always during breakfast?
I'm actually.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say that Leafy's actually going to be like, well, I guess I'll be right back. And she's going to just disappear out of sight and then disguise self as just a regular townsperson and try to see.
She better have given Bragg a goddamn fucking reason why they're leaving.
He did say, I'll be right back. She gave me some heads up this time. As she disappears, she's gonna try and like be a bystander in town, be like, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
Egret's just looking around confused now.
I'm gonna pull my hood up.
Right, Bragg is just taking note of what Leafy has disguised himself as to make sure that he doesn't forget what the fucker looks like.
Bruno looks towards Egret, who looks confused. There are soldiers outside. A lot of them.
What was that, Egret? You were very quiet.
What kind of soldiers?
By the sounds of it, Bastions? Guardians? Probably.
At the mention of Asgardians, do I need to roll strength check to break a mug?
Go for it. Yeah, roll me a strength check.
It depends on what's your strength.
16.
You don't shatter it, but you definitely break off the handle. Just.
Am I sat next to or across from Leafy? From Egret, sorry.
Up to you.
I would imagine I'd have been sat next to her with the whole
I
chocolate
think you were
thing.
sitting next to me when we were sharing the chocolate.
I'll
Bragg's
like kind of
refilled.
Torin is nowhere to be found.
Bragg just like still holding the mugs and just kind of continuously clangs them together. Need more ale.
You hear in the back in the distance. I'm not doing anything until I know it's safe out there.
I'll take the ale myself then. Does that bother you?
No, but just don't take the mick on it.
I'm just gonna refill. He kind of walks behind the counter, starts refilling his 2 mugs.
So I'm sat next to Egret. I'll kind of like not. I'll put my arm like sort of around her to like tap her on the shoulder and just be like, "It's fine. I'm gonna be right here with you the entire way." And so will Onyx.
And she's gonna set the handle of the mug down and then proceed to chug the rest of her coffee.
And I'll cast Mending on the mug to fix it.
Luther, go ahead and roll me a stealth check to see if you can successfully disguise without too many people noticing, because there still are other patrons within the tavern. 18. As far as you know, no one noticed.
All right, she'll go and be one of the looky-loos outside watching this army approach.
Okay. Is anyone else
She's just like your typical human resident of this town.
Yeah. So, is anyone else heading outside?
I'll say to Egret, "Do you want to come outside or do you want to sit in here?" I'm gonna pull my hood up over my cloak of Elvenkind. I'll be like, "You can either come with me, you'll be right next to me. I can hold your hand, or you can hold onto my cloak, whatever." Just to make sure she's okay and not like panicky or anything.
You roll something, see if she'll. She'll just nod her head and slowly stand up.
Okay.
Staying behind the counter. He heard the metal. He's figured he knows who it is, and he's like, "I'm not dealing with it today." No, he's just drinking away behind the counter.
Anyone else?
Egret just looks down to Onyx and does a little Oh god, let's see if I can whistle. And just motions for Onyx to stay close to her.
Onyx leaps from Rin's lap onto yours, and again, the initial weight change just... Yep.
I'll say to on. Go on, go on.
I was just about to get up. Oh, but okay, Onyx, thank you. I'll give him scritches.
He kind of does that like nuzzle thing right under your chin.
Right, I have to get up now. Will you let me stand?
Heads
So
off your lap.
Stay close to us, and she'll slowly start to stand.
Okay.
What were you about to say, Ren?
I was gonna say that just tell Onyx to stay close to Egret and be alert.
Okay, dokie. Is anyone else heading outside?
No, Mars is just gonna sit down and eat her breakfast.
Okay, dokie.
Bragg just kind of motions with his mug to Amaris. With some ale?
She'll just kind of shrug and be like, yeah, sure.
He screams back to the tavern owner, I'm grabbing another mug!
I'm keeping tabs on you. Fucking dwarven.
Ready, put the cold point purse on the... God,
Just put it.
you know what I mean?
Just put it under the counter. There's a little tray.
I can make a joke right now, but I'm not going to.
But you gather he's probably hiding in the fucking cellar.
Yeah.
With that, Rin, Egret, and Lethe, you three head outside. And hundreds of Asgardian bastions are marching through the main thoroughfare of Soulshire proper into the market area with the fountain. This battalion seems to be making a beeline for the main council building, and it's eerie and just off-putting with how precise, in sync, all of these bastions are marching in order. No foot is out of place. No spear, no weapon, no top of the helm. Everyone is in perfect line and in perfect sync. They manage to get to the council building, and you hear a command. Do any of you speak Celestial? Lethe, Rin, or Egret?
Yes.
Lethe and Egret. You hear the order. Phalanx! And this marching order suddenly shifts into a complete block facing the council building like clockwork. It is just off-putting, however, like, it's almost like they're not humanoid whatsoever.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the sound of the movement, would Bragg have known what position they just formed?
You definitely know. Fuck me, that was a bit loud. Oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry, but he said position, so I went, ha.
It fucking scared me. Jesus Christ.
Just out of nowhere from the deep, dark quiet, just ha!
But I would say, although you don't know Celestial, you definitely know that was definitely a military command to shift position. You're not sure what position, but you know that familiar halt and then change.
Oh boy. If that's the case,
Um,
then Bragg just mid-sip just kind of stops and is like, one day, just one day of calm is all. He just slams it down and looks to Amaris.
as
Change in formation.
that's happening, I was gonna ask, are they technically being loud enough that Amaris could hear them in the bar or the tavern?
I would say if you're within the tavern, make a perception check based on hearing.
I would also do that.
Ooh,
That's-
that's a nat 20 plus 7.
That is 23 total.
23. Does Bruno know Celestial?
He does not.
Okay.
He's kind of trying to more judge like tones. He's hearing things get shouted. He's trying to like judge like tones, and even though he doesn't know Celestial, he might recognize what the attack order is. He may have heard that particular word being used.
You do not know what was commanded, but you definitely know that it was a command to the entire battalion. And yeah, Amaris, you hear phalanx as in a phalanx position, and you hear the immediate shift of the metallic armor-clad footsteps shift.
At this point, Amaris will basically like be like mid-bite, pause for a second, and then say in giant, just repeat their words basically. Phalanx.
Okay, that works. Bragg will understand that now. So that works.
Bruno just kind of like it's like he just took a spoonful, like almost. He's almost done with his right. He's almost done with his meal. Spoonful like. If I walk out there, I'm gonna have a battalion of fucking assholes want to question exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I really want to go see what's in my.
Anyone else heading outside?
Yeah.
Not
Put it
yet.
in my fucking food.
Bragg's not heading out yet. He's gulping down the mug and he's staring at that second one like.
And Amaris is just taking like a sip out of hers, eating, waiting to see if there's more being said.
Lethe, Ren, and Egret.
Yes.
Another thing that is pretty off-putting. The sun is bright today. It's a nice, temperate, sunny day. The sun is glinting off this armor and making every soldier like a beacon.
Do I know of like because somebody went to go into the building, right?
No one's gone into the building yet. You just know where the formation is just making that way.
Do I know of another entrance into the building?
I would say you know the main entrance into the. You gather there are probably some back entrances like for council building staff, but they're heading to the main entrance. And for those outside, you see that from their marching order, they form into this crescent moon position outside of the council building and just halt. Still.
And I kind of sidle up towards the building where I can just kind of, if I need to enter, I can get in pretty quickly towards one of these possible side entrances that I can slip in. So I can still keep an eye on what's happening, but if I need to get in, I can just get in.
Sure. Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, goody. Straight intelligence?
Just straight intelligence.
No, gay intelligence.
Always. Always. That's gonna go amazing. 10.
10.
I have a +1.
You are not too entirely sure on where this side entrance is.
That's what gay intelligence will get you.
But
Shut the fuck up, mate.
but you head off to the side, and you swear, I know there's a side entrance here somewhere. Like, where the fuck is it? It takes you the better part of 15 minutes, and then you finally find the side entrance. It's mainly
Can I, while I'm doing this, can I still hear what's happening in the front though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Oh yeah. No, from this you can definitely at least hear the commands and everything. At this moment in time, there was another order shouted. Present, General! 2 defining sounds are made, just clunk, clunk, of these hundreds of bastions. For those of you outside, see that there is a pathway that is just formed like that.
Imagine that Egret translated for those in the bar. Not Egret, Amara, sorry. I'm
of
getting
all-
people confused.
Can you seriously not tell the two Vanir apart? That's stereotypical much.
Rude. This one actually tried to help you at one point.
Just become a
Yes.
list of that's racist.
That's
I give up.
racist.
I give up with both of you. Fuck this. Fuck you.
So in a small
Yes,
fire
Amaris would be repeating everything they're saying in Giant.
Yeah.
Bruno just kind of goes, fuck.
Can I roll a strength check for Bragg slamming his second mug down?
To what end?
The end of he's fucking annoyed.
Sure, roll a strength check. Fuck it, why not?
I'll say to Egret. I'm guessing they're here because of the emissary that was killed.
Seems so.
Yeah.
What does the 22 get me?
So you have a standard metal tankard.
Yeah.
Yet you slam it, and the handle actually bends into it from the sheer force of you slamming it down, and you hear the metal go.
At that point, Bragg just kind of like very annoyingly just hops over the counter and starts walking towards the door. He holds his battle axe in hand and just uses it like to walk. And he's like, all right, that's enough of this shit. Fucking come on! He's like calling back to the other two.
Amaris at
Would-
that point will set things down and go.
Bruno's just like, fine. Like, if I have to go.
Bragg just kind of like knocks the door open and sees
Right.
the formation. Was like,
Would I have heard Bragg slamming that mug down?
Go ahead and make a perception check because you're outside in the thoroughfare.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're outside.
Yeah,
I mean, you
hold
definitely
up.
heard him kick a door open.
Okay, so that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
You definitely hear something.
Thud.
You
Suddenly-
definitely hear a muffled thud coming from the tavern. You probably
And then-
like reasonable deduction just states someone broke something. It's probably Bragg.
I just shout in the inside, if I have to fix one more thing because of this party, none of you are going to get healed.
Bragg as he kicks open the door. Ah, quit your fucking whining. It's not my fault that there's a giant band of fuck yous outside our front door.
Technically, this is not our door, but okay.
Yeah, Bruno has. By the way, Bruno's not even bothered.
Bragg kind of like looks over to Ygritte. He's like, I know it's not our front door. I'm just, you know what I mean.
Don't argue with her. Just get out here.
Bruno isn't gonna cover his face because it's like he's the tallest person in the entire village. They're gonna see him whether or not he has. So, just like.
How tall is Bruno again?
Let me double check. I believe he is 8'5".
Mr. Domescrin.
She's 6'9". Thank you. No,
No,
9'6".
9'6".
She's
9'6".
9'6", yeah.
Been a long fucking day. I can't math.
Yeah, she a big bitch.
Yeah,
She big. Look at you like the fuck.
So, yeah, all of you who just came outside, you witnessed the multiple gleaming, armor-clad Asgardian bastions in the hundreds. You're looking about 400 to 500 soldiers outside the council building right now.
That's definitely not good.
Let's just listen, see what's going to go on.
Okay. You're all within earshot of this, so... And you all see a figure moving through the gaps of the soldiers. Heavily armoured, gleaming platinum armour with gold trim. Walking a banner holding the insignia of Asgard. Just walking through the lines of men. And as she comes out of the formation to meet the council members who are already outside of the council building just waiting patiently, you notice that this armor-clad general, as best you can tell for those who do understand Celestial, is for those you all know that this is a female Asgardian general because she has wings. Bright white wings, almost gleaming in silver pale light. You can hear casual murmuring among the residents of Soulshire proper. But other than that, the silence is eerie. Absolutely eerie. And this winged individual meets the council members proper. And the Mistress of Coin, Grayan, steps up to this winged individual. General Siglunir, we were expecting an Asgardian military member, but we weren't expecting you. General Siglunir just looks at them. The king is displeased with what has happened. Asgardian blood has been spilt, so he sent me to look at this matter personally. That doesn't bother you, does it? And Gran just looks. No. Of course not. We just weren't expecting like the general of the Asgardian armies. That's all. You can. There was a slight silence of General Siglunir just scanning the council members. Well, I'm here now, so best to get used to it and deal with it right now. I am here to put better securities in place. That is what my men are for. Asgardian blood has been spilt, and the king does not take that lightly. General, we were truthful in the report, but you can't expect this amount of force to be necessary. this was a freak accident. We did not know that we were going to have this level of a security breach. At least have our prison been infiltrated from within. Well, I am here, and this is, and the general just like puts a hand up and just shushes them. All the council members immediately just silent.
Question. With the amount of men that she has decided to bring, would Bragg, because of his backing when it comes to military, would he know the difference between wanting to protect a city and wanting to take over a city?
This would be generally classed as military overkill, just for a security force.
Okay, that case. Mainly because, you know, a lot of things have been, you know, consumed and drank this very fine morning. Bragg's kind of just leaning on his great axe and just looks over. So 500 of your finest fucktards is a wee bit overkill, don't you think?
Bruno's just like, I am going to punt him into the sun. That's the expression on his face, like, I'm going to punt him into the sun.
It's just thinking to herself, shit, he actually went there.
Bragg already knowing that he's probably going to get a death stare. He doesn't care. He kind of just picks his great axe up, sheathes it, and kind of just takes one step forward to look. I'd understand a few hundred, maybe a handful of 50 men. But 500, well-clad, armored, and prepared for battle, not protection. Don't you think that's a wee bit overkill, lass?
She does not acknowledge you one bit.
Oi!
Doesn't even...
Shiny pinhead at the front!
Just continues to ignore you.
Oh, Madam High and Mighty of
Bruno just kind of like
Asgardian
grabs him, but
shiptards.
he grabs Rabbit and just covers his mouth. Shut the fuck up.
And Ren will also shout and be like, did you know that your emissary also got taken over by Loki himself and killed a council member?
You're not supposed to speak his name.
Doesn't scare me.
Here's me, shut the fuck up.
Bruno, another face of Bruno is like, I only have so many hands.
Ygritte says that after almost speaking the world serpent's name so many fucking times. Jormungandr is her best friend though, so she gets a pass.
The general seems to be ignoring you all. Just ignoring that commotion over there. It's just straight looking at the council members.
Can I get my ass out of this hold real quick?
Later.
I have a +5 to my strength. It's gonna take a minute.
Sorry about that, my good man.
He's like,
So, with that, she says, well, the king likes to be prepared, and we have the men to spare. As well as, just to make sure that people do get the gist, the banner that she's holding slams it twice, and for something that looks like just a regular wooden banner with like metal embossing and a metal pommel at the end, this thing reverberates like no tomorrow. Out of the formation, 3 more winged individuals come out. These are some of the finest in the Valkyrie Corps. They will protect the council building personally and vigorously, so need not you worry.
Can Bragvadir be like immensely annoyed right now because this is literally classed as overkill beyond measure now with Valkyries? Come on, Bruno needs to like let him go just after
Bruno
seeing
shares
that.
his sentiments. He is not going to let him go over there. He's like, no, you are staying here.
We can get to your roll in just a moment.
It's so fucking so bullshit.
Now, before any more interruptions, we shall head inside and discuss what we have planned. And she just walks through the council members, like, doesn't even, like, say excuse me or anything, just walks straight through. Lethe, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay.
Better roll high, or else this bitch is gonna notice you.
Is she within 60 feet of me? Hang on.
Who, Lethe?
Yeah, no, she wouldn't be within 30 feet of me, would she?
In 30? No.
Fuck. Okay.
19.
Oh, okay.
19. Hold on, what do I have? You head on inside with no interruptions, no one stopping you.
Okay.
Wait. I have the sending stone
Mm-hmm.
of one of the council members.
You do.
Shit, I'll get it out and, like, I don't know what I've got to do, but I'll just, like, talk into it and it'll be like
25 words or less.
per use.
Yes.
Okay. She'd be obviously be able to hear me within her mind.
Yeah, it's telepathic.
Wait, who gave me the sending stone again?
It was.
It was the one that died.
Yes, it was Graham.
So I'll just say, Graham, this is Rin. You gave me this sending stone. Keep me updated at all times.
Okay. You don't get a response right away. It takes you a while, and then you get, as soon as I can, I will keep you updated. For now, lay low. All of you.
I'll relay that message to everyone and usher everyone inside the tavern. Minus
Oh
Elite
no, I'm
because-
making it. Can I do the strength check right then while I'm being fucking dragged in? This is some
right.
bullshit.
And like as I'm trying to like,
as you are technically grappled, go ahead and make an athletics check. Opposing athletics checks. So both of you roll for athletics. Yes.
I'm gonna love to see this.
You first.
Me first. Well, it's that. That is a grand total athletics of 24.
My dear sir, you have been bested.
Okay.
On which a natural 20 plus 6 has occurred. And you have just been fucked.
So, Bruno, like, he was wriggling to get out of there, and then suddenly, Bragg's just like, alright, enough of this shit. Oof! Bursts out of your grip.
Is Bragg running towards the council building?
Oh no, are you?
Oh, Bragg's not running, he's walking. There's a difference. Very calmly walking.
I was wondering what.
Wait, walking to the council building or to the tavern?
To the council building.
Right, I'm gonna cast Hold Person, level 2. On Bragg.
This is going great, guys.
Is there a save for that?
Yeah, it's a wisdom.
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save of 15.
Just made it with 16.
Oh,
we lost it. We lost it. Egret. Damn it.
Ah!
So, we'll wait until she gets back.
Alright.
Real
I'll
quick,
take Nate.
do I have the option to adjust my disguise self to be like someone who's a servant who would be working here as I'm walking in?
As the entrance literally comes into staff rooms. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check to see if you can quickly readjust.
Oh, I know why. Okay. Because my original thing I was going to do for Bruno was when I made him for a one shot was grappler, because I would have had advantage on that roll. But the problem was 2 fucking points off.
Oh, also posture check for everyone.
My body's still in driving a truck posture check. So.
Mitch, did you get the host as well from my side? Because I hosted you on my channel.
Yeah, I got your hosts.
Oh.
Okay, there she is.
Welcome back. What happened?
Why does it do this every Thursday? I don't understand.
Did your internet
It's like
Did your internet eat
My
shit?
internet ate ass for a moment.
I like how Bragvadir, deterring a whole person, fucked your internet up. Brag's wisdom save was so strong.
A way to get my drink for the hydrate stream, and I come back and the call disappeared.
Hey, you know what it is, don't you? It's all those times of having that fucking god in your head. The dice were like, not today.
The dice were like, you know what? We put a god in your head. Let's give you some help for once.
Okay, all I heard was Bragg is breaking free, soaring, flying. What's he doing now?
Well, he's charging off towards the fucking building that is currently surrounded by fucking soldiers.
Oh, no, not turning. He's walking. He's calmly walking. There's a difference.
He's walking.
Egret's gonna turn to Kieran. Should we follow him?
I tried to hold person him, but I'm guessing it's not working today.
What do you think we should do, Amaris?
Amaris at this point basically seeing Greg casually steamrolling towards that direction is gonna walk up to him, put her hand on his shoulder, and be like, and I'll even roll for persuasion if you'd like me to, and be like, don't you think we should wait for more information since we have inside information as well?
Considering the fact that regardless of what your bloody position is, it doesn't excuse you from being an absolute, and I'm not going to say the word, because in this case, you know, it's the C word, so I'm not going to say that. But he would say that right then and there.
Amaris basically would just sit there and be like, again, don't you think we should go back to the bar and wait for more information? I believe you still have a drink to finish.
There are 500 men in front of the council building. What
Who aren't
explanation is
doing
there for
anything
overkill?
yet? Who aren't doing anything yet?
You didn't need to do anything. It's 500 men in fully cladded war armor.
Egret's gonna turn to Ren. I don't know who I'm more scared of at the moment, Bragvadir or Amaris.
I'll kind of. How tall is Egret?
Egret, I believe she's 5'9". Let me see.
Oh my god, we're the same. Fuck. Okay.
No, she's 5'6". She's 5'6".
Okay. So I'm not going to look down at you condescendingly. Right. I'll just be like, Onyx, stay with Egret. I just need to go and see Bragg. And
Amaris, upon seeing Rin approach, because technically the position of where she's at right now, would basically glare at him to stay back.
Amaris, go ahead and roll that persuasion check.
Looking. Okay.
I'll acknowledge the glare, but I'll just be like, hold up my fingers like 2 seconds, and then I go to Bragg and be like, I'll whisper like, Bragg, I've got a sending stone. I can talk to them anytime I want. They're gonna relay everything to me. Like there's nothing to worry about for now. I know it's overkill, and I know it looks dangerous, and I know it looks stressful, but there's nothing the 6 or 7 of us can do against that amount of people. No words we can say, no persuasion. There's nothing we can say or do to ease this situation. Our best bet is to wait it out. I've been told to lie low because not even they know what's going on.
That's an advantage on your persuasion there, Maris, because
Yeah.
that's like 2 people.
Yeah.
Dwarves are notoriously stubborn, so in this case, when it's two people, it's one thing.
Yeah, roll
Oh,
with
I know.
roll with advantage if you haven't rolled a nat 20.
But brag, that's a nat 20 plus 10.
He's sitting here like,
I can best describe Bragg just getting annoyed by him. Yes, I'm expending one rage right now. By him just looks between the two and just just out of dead silence and him breathing, just lightning cracks on him and then disappears, and he's just doesn't say a word and just turns around and walks to the tavern.
Mars will
Gotta-
just follow and be like, I have another beer to. Mars will just be like, you can finish my beer. I didn't get to finish it yet.
I'm sorry, you got hit by lightning in the middle of town and that's laying low?
The Rin will literally be like, she says no.
You're convincing an pissed off military dwarf who sees overkill to lay low? Really?
Funnily enough, though,
Mars literally was just like, we need to get a drink and wait for more information and not provoke the currently overkill that's going on with no information.
Funnily enough, though, the lightning does surge from your body and causes like your own little thundercrack around you. However, the Asgardian bastions are not turning to you in any hostile manner. They are staying still as stone.
Mm-hmm. Mars is just continuing to be like, all right, come on, bar, drink, continue.
So, for those who go into the bar, we will come back to you in a moment. Lethe,
Yes.
what was his sleight of hand?
16.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, cool.
I
wasn't sure.
No, you're trying to be stealthy around, council building staff members. They're not all that perceptive.
Okay.
So, you change into what looks like just a common variety servant, and you just see the tail end of the council members following the general upstairs.
Okay. Is there any like drink trays or anything that I can be like, oh, I'm bringing drinks up to their.
You go to inquire about bringing any drinks to the council chamber, and all of the staff are like, we usually wait. There's like there's a command from when they're ready for drinks, and we haven't had that yet. So we generally stay here. And right now we're all kind of afraid to go up there because that's General Singrunir.
General who?
The general of the whole entire Asgardian army, the leader of the Valkyrie Corps, a force not to be fucking reckoned with. Do you not know?
I just started. I'm sorry.
Dear, if there's anyone that you should not piss off on your first day, it's that woman.
How do I avoid she?
What was that?
Should I be ready?
What was that first part? I didn't quite hear.
Sorry, I'm also like looking for my notebook. I don't know where I put it down. She said, is there something I should be doing so that I'm ready?
Just don't fuck up her drink order. Then you'll be fine. You go in, you put the drinks down, and then you get out.
What's your drink order? What's your drink order?
I don't know we haven't had the drink order yet.
Oh, I didn't know she had like a regular drink. Okay.
She rarely visits Midgard. This is a first.
I got it. And I'm going to try and position myself carefully enough so that I look like I'm waiting for the drink order, but I'm also eavesdropping.
At the moment, everyone's eerily silent, apart from a couple of my other staff members going, "Why do you think she's here?" I don't know, but just as long as we do our jobs, as we've been doing for as long as we've been working here, we should be fine. Okay, just calm. Basically, it's like a restaurant just got Gordon Ramsay as a guest. It's like, right now is not a good time to fuck up.
So what's her name again?
Sigrunia. Sigrunir.
And she's the leader of the Asgardian army?
The general of the whole entire army, as well as the elite member of the Valkyrie Corps.
Okay. Am I able to position myself so I can overhear?
Yep. So you overhear like the head maid. All right, everyone. Well, as you all are well aware, we have a very special guest, and it's best not to antagonize. Do not antagonize the new guest, okay? Because this is a very important guest from Asgard, you see? And as you know, Asgard oversees this country. So, just, everyone please do your best. And try not to do anything stupid, or say anything stupid. In fact, like, when you're in the council building, just don't say anything at all. Other than that, you just hear occasional gossip.
I was trying to position myself to listen outside of the council chambers. So be like, I'm waiting for your drink orders, but I'm trying to listen in on them.
Oh, no. The, where you are is in the kitchen on the first floor, while the council chamber is on the second floor.
Oh, so I couldn't, like, get up there? Because that was my goal.
No, like, everyone's been told to stay here until they get the drinks order. Sorry, I should have specified, that's my bad.
Fuck, okay.
So you kind of like tried to leave to listen, and the head maid goes, back here until you're needed, please. I know this is your first time, and I imagine you're eager, but best to stay here until you're called, okay?
Okay.
Just, what was your name, dear?
Sigrid.
Okay, well, Sigrid, just do your best, okay, hun?
I'll do my best, thanks.
Alright, okay. And you can see the head maid is like perpetually sweating out of every pore. Just, whew. Can someone give me a glass of water, please? I am. It's a little stuffy in here, is it not?
I will get her a glass of water.
So she takes it, and as soon as she takes the glass, instantly just. Thank you, dear. Oh, okay. We were just expecting another emissary, but no, we had to get the general of the fucking army. And
It's one floor. No, I don't know. Well, would I know where the room is from where I am?
I would say you can. So the main entrance is here. Kitchen and staff area is on the left of the entrance. While the stairs go up, like straight up at one point, and then head left. So basically, from where you are, like if you were facing the stairway, it's left, like diagonally left, upper level to you.
Would you say that it's less than 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, thin piece of lead, or less than 3 feet of wood between us?
There is quite a bit of stone between you.
Okay.
I appreciate the inquiry, but there's an entire floor of stone, as well as several walls to get to it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like right above us. It's like just the floor.
No,
But I
it's-
checked.
But
Gotcha.
and so suddenly you hear a mystical chime, just a ding, and the maid goes, "Oh, okay, like they all just want tea, so just get our fanciest and hold on." And 7 mugs, 7 saucepans, 7 spoons, and a sharer of sugar. Okay.
I help gather everything.
Okay. And the head maid goes up to you. Please don't drop it.
I won't drop it, I promise.
Okay, dear. God's be with you. And she kind of gestures you up.
I use all of my well-trained grace and charm.
Which is easy enough for you. Because of your upbringing. You get it up, and before you even, like, attempt to get to the door's open.
My mind is just literally all I hear is the matchmaker and Mulan. Pour the tea.
Pour the tea. You head into the council chamber, and there she fucking is, with all of her glory. Helmet on the table to her side. This magnificently crafted sword. Resting on the table as well. You see this hilt. Well, you see the hilt and guard. It is a metal wire wrapped hilt with a pommel that looks like a very small mace. And you gather by the size, it's probably a great sword. With a V-shaped guard with the points towards the blade. And it is just gorgeous. There's platinum, gold, silver, precious metals, and it's just astounding. And there she is, pale-faced, very almost golden blonde hair tied in traditional ceremonial braids down the middle, and and one on each side coming to the back. And she is just sitting there, waiting. While the other council members, it is eerily silent. You could hear a pin drop without without the silence is right now. You bring over the tray.
Oh. Yeah, I'll make sure to bring over the tray, pour it in the proper guest first, and then proper order of
Okay.
station.
As you're pouring Sugluna's tea, she goes, "That's enough." Doesn't even look at you, just hands up. "That's enough." Do you move on without saying a word, or do you say anything?
I just give a slight bow and move along.
Okay. You do so. You're instructed to leave the tray. And then...
Can I give like a little, as I'm pouring, as my back is turned to, so I'm not noticed, can I give like a little wink to Mistress of Coin or somebody?
Sure. Hold on, let me
See if they'll let me stay in the room.
Let me see if she.
Just to, like, wink at them and let them know that it's you.
Hey, bitch.
She looks at you and goes, I need to make a roll here. She looks at you and just goes,
Oh.
and you gather that now,
Yeah.
not a good time.
Gotcha.
So, you head on out. Where do you... Are you heading back to the tavern to meet up with the others? Or do you wait elsewhere?
No, I think I'll go back to the tavern after I've gathered enough gossip as to possibilities here from the staff.
Okay.
You know how walls have ears because staff hear everything?
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, it's just general gossip, like staff gossip. So, like, mainly to do about them, and then they start talking about, like, I heard the emissary was assassinated and didn't die of natural causes. And then someone goes, no, that's just a conspiracy theory. People are just fear-mongering everyone these days. It's ridiculous. I was like, well, why would people make that stuff up? Again, to fear-monger. It's what people do. And they kind of go on about, like, no, it was definitely suicide because, like, you know, how can you be assassinated when you swallow your own tongue?
Okay. She just listens carefully
Okay.
to whatever bits of information she can get, and then I'll head back.
Okay. Just as you leave, one of the maids go, so is the Mrs. Coin, she called for the doctor twice in a week?
Oh, this is the first I'm hearing of it. What do you mean?
The Mistress of Corners had the healer 2 times in 1 week.
Did she ever say why? What's bothering her?
She doesn't say. She normally talks to the staff. She's actually quite nice, but when I asked, she just said it's nothing to be concerned about and just left it at that.
Oh my, I certainly hope she's okay.
I hope so too. I like her. Well, you know, honey, you did okay for your first time. Take the rest of the day off. We're fine here.
Thank you so much.
Do you know when your next shift is again? Like,
I haven't gotten my schedule yet. I think it's because I'm so new that they're having a really hard time not narrowing down the best way to schedule.
Oh my god.
I felt personally fucking attacked.
Damn it, bitch, you're slacking. Come on.
Anyone in the server industry knows that spiel all too
Yep.
fucking well.
Yup.
Oh my god, you're so new. When's your next shift? I don't fucking know when they tell me.
No, I thought it was going to be every Monday, but now I'm working Thursday nights, and then I work doubles on Saturdays, and I don't know.
My
What's
favorite
a
part
regular
of, like,
schedule to a server?
Yeah.
I'm lucky I actually have one because
They're
no one else
more
wants
like
to work days.
guidelines, to be fair.
Look, because of how, like, in the past my schedule has been all fucking over the place. I'm glad my schedule is pretty much Monday to Friday, maybe a Saturday if we miss a day, and just like it's show up here at 6:30. You get off when you're done.
Wednesday, when I used to work in the restaurant, it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, doubles. So like split shifts in the UK as we call them, and then Sunday was like an 8-hour service from like 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. It was horrible. I hate doing doubles.
And with that, ladies and gents, we're going to take a
What's her
break
name,
here.
by the way?
Oh,
Real quick, what's her name, by the way?
Gwen.
Gwen?
Yep.
Is she a hedgehog by chance?
She's a little prickly.
I hate you so much.
It was right there. I'm sorry.
You motherfucker.
Is Letty trying to sleep with this bitch?
No.
Randomly hear a disembodied voice go, "Oh my."
Would you like some tea? No. So we're gonna take a quick break here, guys. Do not go anywhere. We will be back in 10 minutes. All right. Catch you guys later.
Meanwhile,
Right then, welcome back everyone. Hope you had a good break. Hope you got some foods or some drinky drinks. So, back at the tavern, before Lethe arrives, Bragg, Amaris, Rin, Ygritte, which shall be joining us back later on, and Bruno. What would y'all like to do?
Mars is just like walking behind Bragg, ushering towards the bar.
At this point, Torin comes from behind the cellar. Is it safe? Are they ransacking? What are they doing?
The moment that he says that, just Bragg's initial reaction of being annoyed of seeing an overkill army is just he takes his battle axe out, his great axe, and just kind of dinks it onto the counter. So now the blade gets embedded in the counter before sitting down and is like, "You can ask questions that you're not going to be happy about, lad. Feel the ale. That's all you need to do for now."
mainly just being a pain in the ass, but for now, it's safe. He just kind of lean, like, Bruno's, like, over by, like, a window, sort of leaning against the wall, just kind of keeping an eye out and everything.
Bragg just starts laughing. Safe? Safe? I've
Mars
seen
will
a
just sit
safer
next to
place
him.
in a fucking far region to the north. This is literal overkill.
And if they wanted to kill the town, they would have surrounded it.
If they wanted to kill the town, they'd need 15 of their men, not 500!
So, Ygritte, Bruno, and Bragg are questioning the amount of overkill that Asgard has bestowed upon Soulshire, so...
Ygritte's gonna just sit 20 feet away, cuddling Onyx, because she does not want to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, at this point, Onyx is also a little bit on the anxious side, is enjoying the cuddles, enjoying the switches, and it's just like...
She's just kind of be like, it's alright, it will be over soon. They'll
Onyx,
stop yelling, I promise.
Onyx looks up to you just... Oh.
Yeah, I think they'll stop yelling soon, hopefully. If not, you and I can sneak out to the woods later.
Oh?
Yes, the woods. We can go out later if you wish.
Oh. And you gather from the facial expressions outside. Oh yeah.
I think we can sneak around them.
Licks under your chin.
Does Rin see the broken mug that Bragg broke or dinged?
At this point, you don't.
Bragg is like sitting right in front of it too. So.
Well, more to the point, Torin actually took it away because he was like,
okay.
Fucking bastard.
Would Bragg notice Torin having a facial expression towards him right now?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Alright.
Human.
And then afterwards, I'm gonna roll a perception, but then I'm gonna roll an intimidation. Cause fuck you.
Rin is going to say to Torin, what did you do with that bent out shaped mug?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm just anxious. I'm just trying to find something to do, lad. I don't know.
Just give it here.
That is a 15 plus 3, so 18.
Yeah, you would have noticed the fucking something.
Okay, so Bragg kind of just like looks from Bruno and then looks to him. You have something to see, lad?
Torin actually looks to you. Aye, I do, lad. The fact is, it doesn't matter whether there's a small army or the whole entire Asgard outside. Breaking shit that is my property is still not okay. I don't care how pissed you are.
I'm gonna cut him off and I just start pulling out 30 gold and just drop it in front of him.
He pushes it to you. No.
Ren will also pipe up and be like, he has been overwhelmingly amazing to us, Bragg, and you go and break his shit and you embed your great axe into his fucking counter. Really? Do you think that's the right thing to do right now?
Mars at this point is just going to be looking between everybody and just kind of going like, it's now the time to be doing this.
Bruno's letting Bragg have his moment as he keeps looking outside like, this is not good.
I just off table find it funny that Ygritte, who has every right and reason to be absolutely pissed that the Asgardians are here, is actually just sitting in a corner with the emotional support animal instead of letting out her rage.
That's fair. We've all got this is like, no, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Bragg is doing the raging for them both.
Yeah, Bruno's like kind of feeling.
He's waiting for them to give her a legit reason to rage. Because she can't rage unless they do something to her. Last time the Asgardians did something to her was 100 years ago.
500 men standing outside. That's fucking overkill by anybody's standards.
She knows she is but one woman and cannot take on all of them, and take that any ways you wish.
Bruno's sentiment at this point is like, he's not wrong. He's just an asshole. That's Big Lebowski. He said that point, like, he's not wrong, but he's still an asshole.
Or to quote Sam, he's out of line.
He's out of line, but he's correct.
He's out of line, but he's correct. It's like that's Bruno's sentiment right now. That's why he's like over on the other side, watching outside. He's kind of looking for Lethe. It's like, who's slinking back particularly well?
Mm-hmm.
Who out here is trying not to be seen slinking back to the pub?
Anyway.
Mm.
Continue.
I was going to say that at this point I've cast Mending to fix the mug. I'll give it back to Torin, but I'll say to Bragg, could you kindly remove your axe from the counter so I can fix that too?
Lifts it up, and you hear like the sound of the wood cracking before he takes it out and puts it back on his back.
Thank you. And I'll cast Mending on the counter as well, because I can do that with Mending. It's cantrips.
If it's a cantrip, then that's fine. But,
yeah.
Torin kind of looks to you, Bragg. I get it. That's bullshit. However, breaking shit and being an asshole, it's not going to solve anything.
There's a whole forest out there, Bragg.
Bragg, and straight in that moment, just snaps and just kind of looks, and like his voice just kind of starts echoing within the tavern. It's either I break shit and become this asshole, or go out there and fight 500 men on my own!
There's a forest out back. Go and cut down a few trees, or go punch a pillar like you did before.
Instantaneous reaction, the great axe just an inch away from his neck. One more word out of you, and I swear to God!
I am going to Misty Step to Bragvidir, have both of my short swords out, and have them scissored down his neck.
I've also got my shield up as well.
Okay.
Let me mark off my Misty Step real quick.
Amaris, currently, because she was technically sitting
between them, right?
To Bragg. Yes.
knows that's why the blade is near his neck and not near theirs.
At this point, it's just gonna touch the base.
I'm right behind
Push it away.
Count Dooku his ass.
Look over to Ygritte. Pull them off. Basically put her hands on the table and simply goes, and I will roll persuasion for this as well. If I have to get up from this chair, it will not go well. Now we're going to sit down Have a nice drink. And
I would say go ahead and roll persuasion. Yeah, to basically diffuse the whole entire situation.
nat 20 plus 10.
Fuck's sake, son of a.
I was gonna say I willingly fail. I only stepped in to keep Bragvidir from killing Bryn.
I had my shield up.
Yeah.
No, Bragg wasn't gonna kill him. It was just really mad.
No, I know.
Akirian is like a. Ygritte has secretly adopted Akirian as her brother, so any threat towards her brother, she will not take lightly.
Yes, kill the father, save the brother. Gotcha.
Yeah.
We love a good patricide moment.
I never chose you as my father, but I chose Akirian as my brother.
Ooh. By this point, Lethe, you just see the tail end of this fuckery.
You're essentially probably walking right as Amaris is making that statement, essentially.
I certainly have missed a lot.
Immediately, Amaris is just gonna turn around and be like, "Where have you been? You left me alone."
I went to go see if I could get any more information than we already had about the situation outside.
Did you get any luck?
A little. Turns out that not only did they send that entire revenue squad that's out there, but the head general of the Asgardian armies is the one having conversations at the moment with our wonderful council.
So, Sig?
As far as I can tell, it's just a bitch, but, you know. I was also gently encouraged to leave with gestures. Basically, I made it clear that it was me in the room, and they, without saying a word, urged me to not be there. So I'm sure we'll hear more later.
More than likely.
Hearing when Lethe says we'll hear more later, you'll kind of just be like, Lethe, come here for a second.
All right.
Just kind of like lean in and be like, I've got a sending stone to Brienne, so she'll keep me updated as of when she can, and anything I hear, you will hear. I promise.
Does Lethe know how those work?
Yeah, I would say so. You definitely know. Like it's a two-way.
She has understanding of it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you used it already once?
I've spoken to her, but she hasn't told me anything yet. But she knows that I'm here. We are here if she needs us.
Probably hasn't reached out to us yet because they're very busy, and she has one more shot to communicate with us for the rest of the day. So when they're done, they will reach out.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
How is the mood in the tavern in general?
Quiet. Tense.
Stale.
Very, very tense right now. Like with you guys, the general patrons, even to a point where Torin comes from behind the bar up to you guys with a mug of his own. Do you mind if I join you?
Mars is just gonna gesture.
I'll pull out my vial and just try and release tensions, I guess, a little bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing, just, relaxing.
I'll open up all the bars of chocolate and break them up, and I'll get out my lute and I'll play alongside Lethe.
Okay then, Lethe, make a performance check with advantage.
Gotcha.
So at this
Performance?
Point, performance, yes. So Torin is
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Your music is gentle, but not somber, just a gentle, mellow melody accompanied by Rin. And a few of the patrons, even Torin, just looks to you both, going, just generally, just gentle nodding along with the melody, the tune. Even you, Bragg, even this is relaxing. Just a little bit relaxing, and it's enough to kind of take that deep breath. And it's at this point, Torrance sits down with a mug, looks to you, Bragg. For it was worth, lad. I'm sorry. Things are just tense right now, so. Anyways, is his mug up to you?
Much calmer tone now. You'll acknowledge him raising the mug up, but he's not gonna kind of clink it. He's still gonna look to him and say, no matter who was killed, when you send that many men, that's not protection. That's a warning of war. I've seen my fair share in my time. No good comes from bringing 500 men for what their so-called protection is.
I know that. But if there is war, there's no use in starting it early, eh?
There's already a war going on. At this point, it's them more taking over more ground to fight the war.
But this is our home. And Torin kind of just sits back in silence, sipping at his ale, looking to the other patrons, raising a mug, and the patrons raise a mug to him as well. Rin. You get a warning in your head. A very familiar voice. They will be sending 2 bastions to ask your presence. Be ready and comply, please.
Okay. I'll obviously relay that information to everyone. Seems like they're going to be sending 2 bastions our way to take us in for questioning. Whether that's us, me, one of us, I don't know. It remains to be seen. The message wasn't clear. That's not a dig at you, Mitch, by the way, out of context.
Oh, no. You gathered the message was in haste, so...
Yeah.
It was like a quickly send this.
Yeah.
Do we have an idea as to how long?
They're probably on their way.
With how sharp they were being, I imagine not long.
Bragg will just put his mug down, just kind of walk towards the door, and just opens it to see if there's the 2 bastions coming.
Not 80 feet away, you see 2 bastions walking your way.
I'll quickly say to Onyx, Ygritte, I'm gonna have to send Onyx up to my room because I don't want him getting in trouble. Is that okay?
While that's going on, Bragg's just gonna very calmly walk outside and meet the bastions halfway.
Bruno walks up.
What are you gonna say, Lucy?
Oh, after Onyx heads up, Lethe's gonna lean forward towards Ren and be like, "You don't happen to know any Asgardian languages, do you?"
Let me check.
AKA, do you speak Celestial?
No, I know Dwarvish, Elvish, and Halfling.
All right, so do you tell her that you don't?
Yeah.
She just taps you on the nose and goes, "No, you do," and casts tongues.
Ooh.
It lasts for an hour.
Okay.
You can understand any spoken languages that you hear, and when you speak, any creatures that knows at least one language can hear you and understand what you're saying.
Okay. And then on everyone else, just in case it's needed, I'll cast Blessed. So you have a... Hold up. Is it going to do the thing? Up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever target makes an attack roll. So, no, it's never mind. No, it's fine. It's fine. I won't do that. It's not needed.
So,
Okay.
Bragg, you're meeting the Bastions halfway.
Yep.
They come up to you. Well, I can only imagine you're the dwarf we're supposed to collect, along with a few others.
Aye. What are we being brought in for?
Just a simple meeting.
Who are we going to be speaking with?
I imagine the council and the general.
Hmm.
Are the others in the tavern?
Bruno's like leaning
Because-
against the outside of the tavern, just kind of watching this interaction.
In this case, Bragg he looks to the 2 bastions, and this comes off as a more personal question from one soldier to another, and is kind of like, lads, don't you think that 500 is just had out of nowhere?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, Bragg is just there like, don't you think this many of your guys a wee bit out of nowhere?
We're given orders. Who are we to question them?
I understand a soldier accepting orders. There's no fault in that. However, a number of men must have been curious why so many for a place like this.
Didn't ask, so they didn't tell me. Are the others inside?
He kind of just sighs, and he understands the duty that these men are doing right now, and it's just like, hey, they'll be out shortly.
Well, we're gonna
He
make
kind
up.
of, okay.
And they just give you a nod and head to the tavern anyway. They see you, Bruno. They don't seem to react as you think they would. And they just they look up at you and just go, "Stay where you are, please, if you wouldn't mind."
I'm just waiting for the others.
2 bastions head inside the tavern. And gestures
Bruno kind of
to...
watches them walk in and then looks over towards Bragg.
Gestures to...
Bragg.
these 2 gesture to Lethe, Rin, Amaris, and Eglet. We've been instructed to collect you for a meeting with the council and the general. If you'd like to follow us, please.
Absolutely.
Alright then. If you will. They about face and head straight outside. You all follow?
Yeah.
You all follow. They aren't talking with each other. They have a single purpose and they're fulfilling it.
Bragg would tell what age, like general age that they looked?
They look as I would say like because that helmet like has a pointed crown and nose guard and covers most of the face. I beg your pardon. You gather late 20s maybe.
In their eyes, does it look like they've seen war yet, or they look like probably fresh out and just wanting to follow orders?
I would say you weren't able to tell from the quick exchange with you. You aren't able to tell, but I would say they're definitely not fresh out. But whether they've seen war, not able to tell.
Not even by the looks of their armor?
General Asgardian army protocol is keep that armor polished, otherwise you're gonna get flogged. So whether it's seen battle or not, that shit's gonna be shiny.
Okay.
Rin, I'm guessing Rin is walking with Ygritte to keep her close. I'm just gonna be like, stay by me. I've got your back. I'm here, okay?
Don't nod to him.
After a very tense walk, you all make your way into the council building. The guards stop at the base of the stairs and part, allowing you to walk up the stairs. Before you guys even make it to the door's open. And you all see before you a very imposing winged figure of Asgardian might at the head of the table, where Councilwoman Graham usually sits. Shining platinum and gold armor, some silvered inlay and trim. Her greatsword at the table, her helm on the table as well, and her pale complexion with her blonde braided hair. And we have a phrase in the UK: a face like a slapped ass. Just
yeah.
Just looks scowling, like permanently in a scowl.
RBF?
This is the queen of RBF.
What seats are available?
No. No.
None near her. That's for damn sure.
I like how we have. I love having like a bardy bard in the party, because it's like the entire party occasionally has to get out the verbal spray bottle.
Just
You can't keep fucking everything.
I think you'll
I was
find.
going to, y'all. I'm honestly thinking of seating charts and points of power.
So at the head of the table is General Siglunir. On her right side is Mistress of Coin, Grain. I don't. Why do I never have my document ready? This. Oh shit! No. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, stream. I didn't mean for you to see that.
It's Mitch's nudes.
Oh, there's a whole Reddit of that. It's fine. Everything's freezing. Son of a bitch.
Are you looking for the name of the different council members in Asgard?
Yep.
That's the deities. That's the map. That's the Oldenhand. That's the Vanaheim. Midgard. There's the Mistress of Coin, Edward. There's the Master of Trade, Hunir. There's Shaman.
So, I would say in the order that they are listed on the document, it goes right, left, right, left, right, left.
Okay.
Apart from the emissary, of course.
Right, left, right, left, right, left. And then I guess I will sit right to the right of the Gothi of Mass Brondir.
Blondia, alright.
I'll give a nod to Grian and then take a seat.
And I have my best smug ass version of a customer service smile.
Oh dear.
I'm inviting, but also fucking try me. Look.
Bruno is going to avoid chairs as is his usual. Even if there is one for him, he's just going to kind of lean back on the wall. Sort of just he wants his positioning is so that he can with enough ease have eyes on everyone in the room and be close to the. Can you stop shooting things, please?
Is it?
Small pop in the background. I think someone's setting off fireworks.
Is anyone else not sitting?
Egret is not sitting.
Amaris also won't be sitting.
I think any of us are sitting.
If anything, Amaris is looking dead straight towards the general.
With that,
I thought you were gonna stop at Amaris is looking dead, and I was about to say, honestly, mood.
so it's at this point the general just not even like making eye contact with any of you just says, I would prefer it if you all sat down, if you wouldn't mind, please.
Would Bragg notice that they're not giving an ounce of respect with that by not looking at them? Could he see like the deadpan thousand mile stare that she's just giving?
1,000 mile. This is 1,000 dagger stare. This is
Oh, yeah.
literally just it's my way or the highway right now.
Bragg's gonna bite his tongue, but he's not gonna sit down.
And you're not going to sit down?
Well, he's not. I don't know about everyone else there, but
I mean, I already did, so.
Apart from
Yeah.
apart from Rin and Lethe, is anyone else sitting down with this RBF gesture?
I'll kind of make a look to Egret out of desperacy, as if to say, like, please sit down, and gesture her to sit next to me.
Egret will very reluctantly sit down next to Rin. I'm sorry, Rin, as soon as she sits down next to you, she's gonna reach and grab your hand and hold it.
That's fine. That is fine.
Mhm.
I'll kind of give like a reassuring squeeze.
Maris, Bruno, Bragg, you sitting?
Nope, like I said, Bruno's leaning against the wall.
After this lull of silence, Mr. Zakoyan Grayan just pipes up. If we could please all just be civil and just hear the general and please take a seat. You can all see the desperation and just plead in this woman's eyes of just, please, just this once, swallow your pride, sort of thing.
Bragg will look to Bruno and Amaris and just kind of nod his head to them and just walks over and moves the chair. And much like the general, he puts both of his axes on the table and just has his hands crossed like this.
Bruno,
Amaris will proceed to go sit next to Bragg and just continue staring.
Bruno will.
Like she hasn't disconnected eye contact not once.
Okay.
Bruno will lay his short sword on the table and take his seat.
The general pipes up. Thank you. Words have reached ears to Asgard that you have been quite instrumental in the safety of Midgard.
She's still not giving eye contact?
At this point, she is kind of like scanning all of you as she's talking, but not like lingering. Just like
It's a broad scan. It's not a
like
stopping.
yeah, it's a broad scan of all of you.
Here's the thing, though. Is she scanning us and looking through us, or looking at us?
Make an insight check, if you wish.
I will also do this. He's watching her. Bruno's paying particular attention to her mannerisms. Like, what's her like? Does she have any little ticks? Does she have a little thing?
What's a 17 get me?
She's hard to read, bud.
Ooh,
You really can't tell.
23.
23.
I rolled a 17 on the die. The
Again,
upgraded version.
Again, hard to read, but the only thing that's moving right now is her head as she's doing the broad scan. Nothing else is moving.
Is she blind?
Is she blind? Nope. Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Word has reached ears, and I would like to personally extend my thanks to your aid and service to Soulshire, and, well, when you assist Soulshire, you assist Midgard as a whole.
They've been kind to us here, and it wouldn't have not been right for us to have not helped.
I couldn't agree more. However, the fact is, we don't know who any of you are, really. So why don't we take this moment to get to know each other? My name is General Siglunir. I am the leader and general of the whole entire Asgardian army, as well as the leader of the Valkyrie Corps. The Valkyries you see before you in the room, and for some reason, like, you guys did not know, like, for some reason you're just like, oh shit, there are fucking 3 Valkyries in here.
Amaris has not broken eye contact. She's still staring.
Bragg has like similar eye contact right now, just looking at her, but his eyes will move. Look to the Valkyries.
Ygritte's just focusing on a like a vein in the wood of the table. She's not looking at anyone. She's studying the grain. That's some nice grain.
This is a quality table.
This is such nice mahogany.
Who polishes this?
It's mahogany.
Kieran will just be like, he won't get up, but hand sort of like, my name is Kieran Moraine. I am from Muspelheim. Can't really tell you what the village I hail from, mainly because Tyler didn't know. My village was burnt down many moons ago, and this here sat next to me is my friend Ygritte, who is a Vanir, and she's just a very timid, shy girl. Person. I don't know her pronouns.
The pronouns are she, her.
Thank you.
Look how you say that. Are you saying that in character? Or saying that out
Yes,
loud?
she says that in character.
Okay, just making sure.
I
She
didn't
says that
actually
in
say-
character.
I didn't actually like say that in character, but sure it works.
Let's roll with it.
I was like, even if Rin doesn't say what are your pronouns, it still works that Ygritte just pipes up and goes, I am she, her.
Yep, that's something she would do.
It just works. It works.
I don't know what else to say. Confirm.
But yes, I do identify as a woman.
Well, yes.
Why, yes, this is indeed my gender.
Oh, too right, bud. I have a vagina.
Okay, now you took it too far.
You took it too far when you made
Minnesotan Darth Vader, yeah.
You made Darth Vader Minnesotan.
Ah, you don't know the power of the dark side there, bud.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's Darth Vader!
Ow. Ow.
Just do you not know the power of the dark side? You get lightning.
Okay, let's get back
All
to
right.
the angst.
Yeah.
All
Back
right.
to the egg.
Some nice work.
And suddenly, Sigune's attention draws to Ygritte. Something tells me she's not that much timid. When push comes to shove. And
When
Ygritte will snap her eyes up at her.
there it is. And she will speak in Elven. Greetings to you, small Vanya.
She'll reply, "Open. The feeling is mutual," and she'll look away.
And points to we have another Vanir here as well, and you are
Amaris.
There's a slight pause as she's like not breaking eye contact with you as well.
That's fine. Amaris will continue to stare at her.
Pleasure. And a Yodna.
It's like people just watches the grin just creeps onto his face. He can't hold it back. He really can't. Just like Shimmeral.
You're a peacebreaker, aren't you?
He kind of like tilts his head a little bit at that. I'm surprised you know the peace breakers.
I make it my job to know a lot of things.
I'm sure you do.
I am Bruno of the peace breakers.
Pleasure. And this is the one who was a little bit loud outside earlier, wasn't it? Points to, who else, Bragg? Who else?
Brad looks around like, who the fuck you talking about? Oh, it's me.
No, he's not actually like, who the fuck is she talking about? He's just staring at them.
And you are?
Well, you're giving me the courtesy of addressing my existence now. You may call me Strogman.
Strogman.
Not feeling rather cheery for first name basis. But I gathered you understand why.
We will address that momentarily. And half-elf, it seems.
Yes, they call me Leafy.
You're a rather friendly one, aren't you?
So I've been told.
Hmm. Hmm. Well then. I brought you all here. One, to get to know you, get to know the people who have saved, or at least some of you have saved Soulshire from not one, but two undead incursions. That's a feat in of itself. Lost many good Asgardian bastions in the first raid. Luckily, not many more lives were lost in the second, thanks to you all. Yeah, Letha, go ahead and roll insight if you want.
Sigrunir.
Yes, Akira.
Okay, first of all, remember when that guy torched the alchemy shop? Was it the Emerald Priestess? Was that her name?
No, all you know is that the one that the cloaked figure served was just simply called the Mistress.
The Mistress.
Mm-hmm.
Sigrunir, do you know anything about a person we've only heard name the Mistress?
Word has swept around with that name in tow. Nothing in Asgard's library has noted anything of one being just simply called the Mistress. No, but we are looking into it.
Bruno sort of leans a bit under the table, rests his chin on his hands. Are you aware of the full events of that first attack?
I've had very comprehensive reports from many witnesses.
Would you like to see?
Maybe later.
He'll sort of lean back.
I take it not all of you were here for the first initial attack. Caught many of us by
No.
surprise.
Some of us are only here for the second attack. We weren't all here for the first attack.
And there was a female dwarf in the first one. There was Bruno and Lethe in the first one, that's for sure. There was another Muspel in the first one, apparently.
Yes, delightful. She enjoyed setting them on fire.
As does my soldiers. It proves very useful.
I can only imagine.
Let me see. There was another large fellow. Definitely not Yodnar, but another. Haven't encountered his like before, as well as another assistant in the first attack. That one's still a mystery to me, though. I'm sure comprehensive reports will reach to my ears in due time. But as of right now, what I'm wondering, what I would like to know from all of you is, do you know your part to play?
Well, I'm
Well,
sure you're here to enlighten us.
Yeah.
I simply go where the trouble is.
And that's precisely my point, Bruno. Where trouble is, you're not far behind.
I have this reputation.
As do most peace breakers. But I digress. You're welcome to assist in any way we can, but just know there are eyes. So if you have anything to say to me or to report to me, now is the time.
Were you aware of your emissary who unfortunately died here? Were you aware that he got overtaken by a certain god and killed Our Lady Greyun? I assisted in her healing as she came around.
The members of the Midgard Council has given detailed reports, and it is unsettling that one of the gods has chose to grace us with their presence in such a manner. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise. Sorry. It doesn't surprise me.
Go on. Sorry, my bad.
It doesn't surprise me that Loki was responsible. Legends, stories, and ancient texts dictate that he has caused catastrophes all over out of sheer whim and fancy.
Were you also aware that the council have obviously told you that your emissary was also killed from within the walls? He was poisoned. There was a hole in his cell that led somewhere, but it's halfling size. None of us were big enough to check it out or go any further within it.
I'd check it out.
You checked it out, yeah.
Again, detailed reports have reached my ears, and I've read them all thoroughly.
I'm sure you did.
Forgive my tone. What I'm about to say is going to sound harsh, but I don't mean it like that. You just seem to regard your emissary's life more than the life he took, whether he was willing or not. He killed a council member of Midgard. I saved his life.
Her life.
No, his, because
No, it was Mistress of Corn Grey that was killed.
Yeah, but also they wanted the emissary put to death, but I persuaded them not to.
Right.
And just have him.
Okay, that's what. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Carry
on. Are you aware that I saved his life because they were going to put him to death, but I suggested a cell with no title and to be sent back to you?
I am aware of everything that transpired. I'm just simply making sure that nothing. I'm just making sure that everything fits the stories that are told.
It does fit, and it doesn't seem to be, for you anyway, it seems to be life for a life. Whereas that's not the way it should be. Everything can be talked about, everything can be sorted out, as long as both parties are willing.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't have put him to death myself. I would have questioned him, just made sure that he was of sound mind. But I believe it was the War Master Brond, who got a little bit heated. And you see now, you remember Brond being a very tough exterior.
Yeah.
Right now, she's looking down at the table, silent. Her demeanor was broken.
Well, you can imagine her positioning. You can imagine her standing of what had gone on and what she had seen in front of her. How can you punish somebody for having that reaction when one of their friends died? What if one of your friends were cut down right in front of you?
You misunderstand, Akiran. I'm not here to punish. I'm simply here to ascertain why and rebuild security.
With 500 people. And I'll leave it at that. I'll just look down at the table.
That is not a security detail. That is a war battalion.
At this point, he has not stopped biting his tongue, and he starts getting a copper taste in his mouth. And just off of the reaction of tasting copper, he kind of just looks over and spits on the floor and spits out the blood before he wipes it off.
And yes, Ygritte finally spoke up. I rolled to see if she would start speaking, and she did.
When gods and assassins are brought into it, extra measures are needed.
It just seems like you're punishing everyone else. That's all.
Do not mistake me. If I was punishing, you would know it.
50.
Oh, I don't doubt
It's all-
it.
Bragg kind of speaks up and he says 50.
I'm sorry, Strogman.
50 soldiers, armed well. The armor that they have is protection. 100 is saving one from a small invasion. 500, they might as well be taking over the territory. Do you see how that can be concerning?
I know at one point did I say they were staying here permanently? Of course this is a temporary measure.
Even temporary. 50 is all that's needed. Why bring 500?
You can never be too careful.
This is a small village. No fighters near. All rather peaceful. I ask again. Why 500?
Just for point of reference, Solskjaer is not a small village. It is a fucking town. It is the center
To
point.
say,
It is the center.
Yeah.
It's the center point for Midgard. It's
Yeah,
but
but you get what he's trying to say.
yeah, no.
Still, 500 is still too much.
Yeah.
It's still a bit fucking ridiculous.
Mars at this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
Mars at this point and everything else is still continuing to stare, and her direction is just going to simply go, "Are you anticipating something?"
It is my job to anticipate most.
Yes, a job you were quite well at, I am sure. However, even for you to anticipate the need of that many brings certain questions, don't you think?
are the things you aren't telling us are the things we should be expecting?
Need I mind you? 3 Valkyries as well? From what tales have told, they're much stronger than your men out there. Why 3?
I can say this with complete certainty. The inclusion of the Valkyries was not my idea.
That explains a lot more.
Is that
And then she
genuine,
just
like,
leaned back.
is that genuine regret on her face with the 3 Valkyries above, or?
You can actually generally see that there was, although for a brief moment, because this woman is not letting anything show whatsoever. This is probably one of the most stoic-faced military leaders that you and your military career have come across.
Mhm.
But even then, you could just see the slight hint of like someone's being slightly micromanaged.
Bragg will
With
kinda,
that, go
Bragg
ahead.
will kind of get up and just walk over,
You're walking over to Sigrun.
very, very calmly, because he noticed like that small shift. He leans in with like very whispering tones, and now it's just them that like just he can hear, like she can hear, and just that look you had just now. 500 men, I can find some way to explain that. As for your Valkyries, what exactly are we looking at here?
All will be revealed in due time. Right now, no.
And in Dwarvish, because I imagine that she would understand Dwarven,
You
you would kind of
you can definitely
Yeah.
try.
yeah, in a more like I guess a more well-known Dwarven accent, like a more well-known Dwarven dialect, you would kind of whisper. You're being forced. Just lean back slightly at any point in this conversation. And just kind of walks away and goes back to where he was sitting. He seems a lot more calm and understanding now.
She's been very upright. Slowly and gently, she just leans back.
Bragg in that moment just.
So, given the fact that we're here, I'm assuming there's something you would like to ask of us.
There has been talks of an anti-Asgardian uprising somewhere here in Midgard. We don't know where. They've been very elusive. I'm almost quite impressed. I'm almost impressed. As well as to enhance security. I've been tasked with seeking this rebellion out and snuffing it.
Makes sense. However, what do you need us for? Clearly, you have all the information you need.
There's only so much information that Asgardian bastions can get.
That is very true.
I want to specify that this is not me forcing you to do anything. You are free to do as you choose. I'm simply asking you all. Then does the broad scan over you all again? If you could assist me in any way, shape, or form with either information that you've heard, or help me seek out this rebellion, I assure you, the rewards would be great.
If we are to assist you in this, and if you are wanting to use us in this manner effectively, I will presume we will have freedom of actual movement.
Off the books, of course.
Thank you.
We'll need your word.
I'm nothing if not a woman of my word.
Not a hair. Not a head. Not a person from this town. Damaged, hurt, or otherwise. Bring 500. protect with 500.
That is, of course, unless my bastions have to defend themselves, which they're very good at doing. But, to your query, there will be no unwanted antagonizing that will come straight from my soldiers. That much I can guarantee. They won't do anything without an order from me.
If one word.
Hmm?
I'm trying to hear who said that.
Oh, that was me. Bruno is gonna looks back at her. We will remember that and report it insubordination. I'm sure you want to know if one of them steps out of line.
Also, if I may, those people today who have shut up shop and gone home early, will they be reimbursed a day's wage purely through the fear that your small army brought?
I assure you, when I've had a better thing in mind. Everyone can take tomorrow off with a full day's wages guaranteed.
You can understand I'm only looking out for the town that have been so kind to us.
And that is commendable. Truly.
Okay.
Now, council members and Valkyr, I would like to have a private word with this lot, if you wouldn't mind. And she'll speak in Celestial again. Leave us and do not listen in. And the council members sit up, bow, and head on out. And the Valkyries leave as well. And there's a moment where she kind of puts her lips to her fingers like this. We have a better moment to ourselves. I will admit the 500 soldiers to be my idea.
Sigourney.
Oh.
No, Bleachy went first.
Oh, Leafy just goes, oh.
Yes, Akira?
Karen. He's gonna like drop all serious demeanor and be like, "Are you okay? Will you be okay?"
I'm always going to be okay. Doesn't mean I'm going to be a little bit miffed off with being micromanaged.
Around us, I can understand the hard-ass expression you've had to take around the council and your Valkyries in the army. But you don't have to be like that around us. This is just Rin being a bean.
She's generally laughing. I'm sorry. I appreciate the gesture, Kieran, but would you mind if I be blunt?
I deal with Bragg and Leafy all day. Go ahead.
You're too naive for your own good, to your detriment.
I'm sorry, Akiran, but you're gonna feel Egret kind of like squeeze your hand tightly because she's angry at that comment. Egret clenches her fists when the Valkyrie calls Akira naive.
They kind of squeeze back like, I'm okay. But you can call it naivety. But I wouldn't say I'm one to watch. But these people are my family. And I won't just stand by. I hope you know that. That's not a threat. That's just me looking out for family. I hope you can understand.
I have my own family back home waiting for me.
And I hope you get home to see them soon.
Let's look at the facts, shall we?
Pulls out a notebook. Sorry.
It is no secret that Asgard and Muspelheim are currently at open war because of a madman's old writings. That much is certain. It is clear that Asgard is doing atrocities to the Jotnar people. And she looks to Bruno. And for that I am truly sorry.
I wonder if you know.
There's a
The
reason.
one-
There's a
Go
reason.
ahead.
There's a reason I know of you, Bruno. You're the one who got away from him.
So you do know Bronzehide.
You think I'm a hard ass? Man thinks he could do my job 10 times better, but he lacks a couple of things.
Ego is not one of them.
Bronzehide lacks compassion, morals. Believe it or not, I have those.
No, I imagine you do. But the life of a general is not a life of one who can rely on them all the time.
Trust me, if I had it my way, this campaign of Hood in Hands would be over. But there's always one order that overlooks mine.
Would Bragg hold on? Bragg wants to pipe up with that one. What would the order be if someone is the like
You all
this
know.
setting, anyways?
You all know that there's one like Sigrun is the leader of the Asgardian armies as a whole, and like the elite leader of the Valkyrie Corps. The Valkyrie Corps are basically like the SAS of the Asgardian army. You gather that if there's one order that can surpass Sigrun it's the kings.
In that case, Bragg kind of just makes a clicking sound and then spits out some more blood because he's still fucking bleeding. He's like,
No.
of course, there's always a bloody king.
Bruno sort of like flexes his hands. I will agree to amicability with you. I don't really have an option not to.
I want
But
it said now. You're all free to be honest with me.
Then I will be honest. If I see Bronzehide again, I'm going to remove his head with my bare hands. Even if I have to get through some of your well-meaning, I'm sure, soldiers. Let's hope he doesn't pay a visit anytime soon.
Last time me and him had an assignment together, I nearly cleaved his head off. By the way, I trust that the two bastions that I sent were polite enough in requesting your presence.
I'm surprised they
as
were. They
bastions
had.
can be.
I was just going to say, I'm surprised they were, because they had to deal with Bragg first, but they were lovely, honestly.
Certainly more polite than the last two I had a conversation with. Just before the second attack. They seemed
Just Sigrunir, if I may.
You may.
When I first of all came to this town and met up with my friends here, there were two bastions that wanted to take me in for questioning and custody, and I don't know. It's still unclear as to why.
That's because of who you are.
Oh wow!
Like she stated earlier, there's an open war between their location and your hometown.
The only reason they left me alone is because they knew that I was helping to build the town and that I was a part of the first assault. They knew better.
You weren't much help.
I have another mission that's a bit personal for me.
Oh.
I'm to take every bastion that's been stationed here long term to get comprehensive reports on their behavior.
And you're going to leave behind new bastions?
Either they buck up their ideas or they leave. I'm not giving them a third choice.
I'm unclear what you mean. Buck up their ideas.
Basically what she is stating is either they play nice by the rules that they were initially told and take their racist ideals out the door, or they'll be removed. Personally.
Thank you, Amaris.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
It hasn't happened since the second attack. It hasn't happened, but the first time it caught me off guard.
I'm sure.
Speaking of the second attack, Bragg kind of pipes up. As for the second attack, I hope this legion you've brought have a better spine than the last bastions. There's the first sign of trouble and they ran off.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I will deal with that accordingly. You see the furrow of her brows. She's. You can tell that one of the many things she hates is cowardice.
Oh, yeah, and Bragg will just add on. Oh, and he made well sure to try and hide as much evidence of what remained of one of them. Tell me in your reports, was there any notice of a man dead? Or was nothing said?
There have been reports of Asgardian deaths within Soulshire. However, I tend to get far more comprehensive ones in due time. As far as I'm concerned, you all have my support.
Question outside of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, everyone went quiet.
No, I was listening for you.
Oh, no, my phone froze because my internet shit.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Does she know that we know where they are? I kind of get the feeling she knows we know.
That you know the location of the rebellion?
Yeah. Does she know that we know? Because I kind of get the feeling she's playing us.
Roll an insight check.
So can we get like an anger check on Ygritte real quick? Like what level of rage are they at currently? Yes, Paige. I'm checking on Ygritte. Bragg is looking over to see what the rage is looking like right now.
Not gonna lie, I tuned out as soon as that bitch started talking.
In short, Ygritte started disassociating.
Ygritte is dissociated.
Just dissociated rage. Just
I don't think she's even blinked.
Would it help to
Bo Burnham playing in the back of her mind.
Well, look who's inside again.
So
would it help if
Or
Kieran kind
no,
of like
Paige, or would more accurately be as you're staring at your phone, have a little bit of everything all of the time.
But again,
I'd feel like because they're in rage, just Doomslayer music in the head.
hold on, Ren, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, would it help for Bragg to check the rage if I showed him my hand because it's gone from a light blue to a purple?
I mean, just a gentle.
Yep.
I think at that point, Bragg is like, well, if we're all speaking honestly, and he kind of just gives a look to Ygritte like, now was the time to vent out your frustrations.
Speak honestly, child. Speak honestly.
does she though? Let me see.
Watch her roll about 20 on this bullshit.
If she rolls a nat 20, she doesn't. I rolled a 4. So, bitch!
Can she start with that? Just, bitch!
I don't want to die, okay?
I don't think you will, but...
Alright, so she said we can speak honestly.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll gently let go of Kieran's hand, because poor guy needs circulation. She will look up at the Valkyrie. I don't remember her fucking name, and I won't address her by her name.
You are free to call her Sig.
Sig. I don't think she even deserves to be called
Amari.
Sig.
Yeah, no, Amaris has made mention of Sig several times. Like I think that's the only way that Amaris has actually like made a reference to her.
Bragg hasn't even said her name. He gave her his last name. That's it. That's all he gave.
So Ygritte, floor is yours.
If we are allowed to be honest with each other,
Of course.
I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. I don't believe a single thing you say. Throughout my century of living, all I've known is Asgardians only care about themselves. They don't care what happens to anyone else around them. They only care what happens to them. I watched as Asgardian troops murdered my parents in front of me, all for the sake of a war against the Vanir. What was the reason?
And you as soon as you mentioned the war against the Vanir, you can see her decompress and just in regret. That war. That fucking war.
Bragg will look and just be like, "You're being forced for that one as well, weren't you?"
I wasn't a general at the time, so I had to listen to more orders. The Aesir Vanir War. It's a dark stain in our history, and I wish it wiped. But there's nothing I can do about that.
No. There's nothing you can ever do about that. You have the privilege of wishing for it to be wiped away.
Can you tell me what can you describe to me the leader of the troops who
I never saw their faces, and my mother just screamed for me to hide as the troops rushed through our village. Once the fighting was over and the dust had settled, I tumbled out of the barrel I was hiding in, and my entire village was dead. Not just the soldiers, but the civilians. Afterwards, I just ran. Ran as deep as I could into the ironwood, not looking back.
As soon as you say ironwood, she looks up. Did you say ironwood?
Yes. And I am not ashamed to admit that I have killed every Asgardian who has stepped foot into the ironwood since then. They are not allowed there.
May you and I have a talk in private later?
Not without me being there.
The moment
Egret.
you wanted truth, now would be a time for truth.
Like I said, family.
You wish to say something to me, you can say it in front of all of them.
The troop that was based in the Ironwood was excommunicated from the Asgardian army for the sole reason of slaughtering innocents. I remember that day. That whole battalion stood trial. This was 100 years ago, you said?
Yes.
That would have been the time after the execution.
Explain, please.
Were they executed? Oh shit, they were executed. Okay, cool.
The leader of the battalion that was based in the Ironwood orchestrated civilian deaths. The leader was executed, and therefore that particular battalion was disbanded and rejected from any Asgardian military. Something tells me they decided to continue their barbaric ways straight after.
Trying to word what Brad wants to say right now.
I can tell you this, my dear.
Do not call me my dear.
I do apologize. Ygritte, I can tell you this, that your village, your parents, that was not Asgard. That was a result of bruised ego. And I truly am sorry. And as her demeanor breaks down, you gather that this is true resentment, that something like this even happened.
I didn't think that's the word you meant.
No, resentment, regret, sorry.
Remorse.
Remorse, that's the one. I am tired, I am very tired.
It's the flappy things
Our
again.
word here.
It's the window flappies again!
She resents
You
people
know, it
who
goes
did
from
it.
like this heavy, like, I'm so sorry, to pure resentment. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
No, like, you see genuine regret in her eyes.
Your apologies will not bring my family back. Will not bring my village back. And once more, you have the privilege of saying it was not your Asgard that did it.
Can I ask her a question if that's okay?
Ygritte or Siglunir?
I gesture this to the table, kind of like being like, "Can I ask her a question if anybody else doesn't have anything to say?"
I have nothing else to say to her. And Egret will look away once more. Whoop, dissociate.
Beep, dissociate.
Brag's
Bruno
still trying to
kind
find words.
of rubs his-
Brag's just like, oh shit.
No. Bragg is finding words because in that kind of situation, even if orders are given, you can choose to refuse orders. So for him, he's mad, he's pissed. He's proud of Egret for murdering them, but he's pissed.
She
Bruno kinda
murdered
rubs-
every motherfucker she could.
Bruno kind of rubs his chin.
Well, Bryn had a question first, so we'll get to that.
Oops, sorry. It's been.
Does the name Fellow mean anything to you?
Fellow?
If not, it's okay. I just wondered.
Fellow does not ring any bells. I'm sorry.
Also known as the Red Eye.
Then there's recognition. Been a thorn in our sides for quite a while. Why do you ask?
Remember when I introduced myself and I said that my village got burned down?
Mm-hmm.
That was him. Also an ex-lover of mine that we cut down not long ago.
Interesting.
Just wondered if you knew him or had any. Yeah.
Well, at least that's a thorn that's finally plucked from my side now. Oh, I don't know what else to say to you all.
I do have a question.
By all means.
Well, I imagine the answer is yes, but I'd still like confirmation. Is he still looking for me? Or he kind of Bragg, or at least he's and Amaris are really good at looking at people. You see Bruno's head start to turn in the direction of Egret, but he stops himself, and then he turns his head back. Or people like me. Is he still trying to attain someone with the sight?
As far as I've heard, he's done nothing to that sort for quite a while.
My people paid a heavy price for his ambition.
I'm aware. Well, I don't believe there's anything more to say in this current juncture. Thank you all for listening to me, and thank you for being honest.
We will see where this goes. I will hope for the best. Bruno will sort of look towards its hand. Perhaps another day I will show you what happened. You seem to have had a long journey, and it can be quite taxing.
Let me tell you one thing. This is going to be a long temporary deployment.
They all.
And with that, hold on, Bragg. We're going to cut it there. So, shit's getting interesting, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bruno, as soon as Bruno could recognize that was a lady in the armor, is like, okay, good, it's not him. So I'm not about to fight 500 people to get the guy who killed my family. I'm just like, yes, he would. It's like, he's like, oh, I guess today's the day I die.
And there's Egret's tragic backstory drop for y'all.
Yeah, Bruno relates. Bruno can relate. Bruno was half worried. I'm like, is this motherfucker been hunting people with the sun? He was half worried that it was the order was like given by like the guy who went after his family, because this guy's been looking for somebody with the sight.
All right, to be honest, dude, I had no backstory written for her, so I was just rolling with what Mitch said, so it would not have aligned with yours at all.
That's fair. That's also fair. I'm just brain doing things.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end the stream there on one last final shot. It pans out of the council building, and it pans to the brewery. You go past the kiosk, you go through the barrel, down the stairs, and there is a very large, very tall but athletically built hooded figure. And he stands up, pulls his hood back, and a very pale, almost green complexion to this face, and tied back black hair. And he simply says, "I think it's time I met them." And that's what we'll cut it.
Little did we know, he's just gonna go meet the alchemist. I heard there's a good alchemy shop in town.
Like, I need a potion.
Hi, I would like 5 potions of healing, good sir.
Can you not
Potion
attack
killer.
Rin like that, please?
Potion seller, I require your strongest potion.
You can't handle my strongest potions.
Try me, bitch.
With that, we'll cut the stream here. Thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you to my players for a very interesting game. With that, I have been your DM Gothi host. With us, we have Archie Obsession as Lethe. We have Demise TR as Bragvadir, the Rage Daddy.
Don't ever say that again.
I will accept Dadvadir. Calling me a rage daddy ain't gonna go well. That's not okay.
My desired effect has been fulfilled.
I will backhand you, sir.
We have Bard in the Midwest as Bruno. Fist of bullshit. We have That Hufflepuff Games as Akiran. We have Mythos Redacted as Amaris. And we have turned to page 394 as Eaglet. From all of us here, stay safe. Wear your fucking masks. Be gay to your crimes. It is a Thursday, yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.